So we play music at the tavern, and sometimes we record, and we get one guy in town that's kind of got some mental challenge, and he's always yelling and screaming in the background. It's on every tape I've ever been on.
Some drunken guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's that Buddy.
Oh, Buddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was somebody at the Harbor Grill we went yesterday, and there was somebody sitting there. There was a group sitting at the table, and I don't know if they were locals. They looked like locals because they certainly weren't dressed up or anything, and the volume was really high. You know, it's kind of hard to have a conversation because their conversation was really.
Usually the locals are not
intense.
noisy. I would say they wouldn't be locals. They were just people who were.
Maybe they were, yeah.
Yeah, usually no, they're not local, especially at the tavern if they're noisy, especially guys.
I would imagine most of the locals would avoid those places like the plague, you know, because you don't want to.
We don't have a whole lot of choice.
Hang out with tourists.
Try, just in the summertime, we avoid going anywhere.
Yeah, I know, but if you want to listen to music, you gotta go there.
I was talking to my sister-in-law, or Lori was talking to her sister-in-law yesterday on the phone, and she said that since, you know, they have a house, they have a cabin here on a lake in Woodson, and she was saying that Grand Marais seems like it's gotten so busy, and she says it seems to have happened when this coolest little town.
It did. The stats have come out for June, 22% increase in the number of beds that were sold.
Because of the coolest?
Yeah. That's it.
So what do the locals think about that?
Well,
not much.
Yeah.
See, the people that read the budget magazine, that's the thing that we've noticed. The type of people that have come here are really different than the other ones normally. Because they read.
See, that's so
You got
important.
it. Huh?
That is so important, who you market to.
It is.
Who do you want your audience to be?
Totally.
You know?
Yep.
That's something I'm trying to get through in the St. Croix Valley. You know, because there's there's really good quality artists in there. And then there's a lot of people that are trying to make a living, and they say they'll figure out something that they can do, or even something they can buy and resell. So you get the Marine Art Fair, for example. It's gone up to, I think there were like, I don't know, 100 and some vendors. And I know friends of mine, jewelers and stuff, that have quit. You know, they just don't apply to go there anymore because there's no quality control. So if these people come to Marine, you know, they're going to come, they're going to maybe eat a bowl of cheese curds and buy a couple of $10 items and leave. And what you want is somebody who's going to really come and enjoy the area and patronize the businesses, go out, eat at a really nice place, go buy some chocolates.
Bring some money with them.
Bring some money with them.
Have their wallets open.
And less people.
This isn't Walmart.
Less vendors, and
I had
just
more
much
people.
more quality
Yeah.
situation. rather than
We've seen it at the market.
Well,
We've seen it at the market because, I mean, the farmer's market is a lot of craft stuff, but we do have rules. You have to live here and you have to make it yourself. We do have those rules. And we would see these people wander, shuffle by, families shuffle by, as if they're in Walmart.
Yeah.
And a lot of the folks up here are surviving on tips, and they do a lot of things for us.
Yeah, it's really true.
Well, that's one of the sayings up here, that you know the difference between a Canadian and a canoe?
A Canadian and a
Canoe?
What? Just what?
Canoe's tip.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I have one of my closest friend growing up was a guy who was Venezuelan Canadian. His mother was Canadian, and eventually he ended up going to McGill, and he was going to school in Canada, and he came to Venezuela because there was some package deal. He came to visit his family and everything, but there was some package deal where it was a flight and 4 hotel nights on an island called Margarita, which is a tourist island off the coast of Venezuela. And, all breakfast and all this kind of stuff included. And that was cheaper than buying a round-trip ticket, just one round-trip ticket on an airplane. And, there was a time when you know, Canadians, and I'm not speaking ill of Canadians, but there are some Canadian, you know, there's a kind of a sector of that society that's very, you know, the people on that island in Margarita would complain. These people would come from Canada
Oh,
with
they
cans of sardines and crackers and stuff in their suitcases, and they would eat in their rooms,
Right.
and then go down the beach, go
Oh,
back to the
no.
room, and
No, that's not fair.
you know.
That's so not fair.
Well, it's just that you have to aim your marketing at
Yeah.
you know, there are those people everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that have to. And this place, you know, is such an awesome destination. It's
So,
just.
you know, we've got the events here on, and been marketing quite a bit lately, and prior to that, it was, you know, a nice little fishing village with a drinking problem, and there wasn't that many people. The people that came here was all word of mouth and repeat families,
Mhm.
you know, that came up with their grandparents and then,
Well, you know,
It's changed
Pat
quite a bit.
Caponero, who's a small business rep here, she works with a lot of people trying to get their businesses going. She's a really smart woman. And she said, the reason we became the coolest small town is that we got everybody, you know, the visitcookcounty.com got everybody to vote. You had to vote every day and all this stuff, and they did this big campaign, and Pat said, I did not vote. She said, I don't think that we want people who read Budget magazine, you know, those are not our customers.
The title of the magazine, the name of the magazine is already
Yep,
kind of a red flag.
yep.
I mean, I you know, and I.
You know, I mean, it's true. She's right. She's right.
Yeah, but just one down. Next one you can go for Condé Nast or just go for the next magazine.
Well, Condé Nast may be, you know, a little too far to the other end. But you could
Yeah, they are.
You could market in, you know, outdoor or, you know, backpacker or in, you know, kayak and canoe and
Yeah, because that's
all of
what
that stuff, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
and they were pushing.
And in the foodie magazines, you know, there's
Yeah.
great food here. So,
Yeah, they're pushing a lot of the bike races and things like that too, so, you know, we're slowly becoming the spandex capital of the North Shore. It's a little
you
scary.
gotta get me some. Get some tights.
Well, you know, 20 years ago, if someone would have said you'd seen somebody in yoga pants or you know, spandex looking for Wi-Fi access and free trade coffee walking out of Wisconsin, you'd get a thought you were nuts.
That was funny. It doesn't usually take you this long to trim a plate.
And then, you know, we get the demographic of people that moved here because they liked it the way it was, and then we get the demographic that's moved up here and want to make it like it was where they used to live.
And then they have the demographic of the people who grew up here and their family came here from Norway, and they are, you know, they're feeling pretty much as, we don't need these tourists, we can survive without them. So,
Tourism is a real double-edged sword.
yeah, it is.
It's the whole difference between making a living and having a life.
And the thing is, I don't want to make pots for tourists. You know, it's a completely different thing.
Nice, nice.
So